Good afternoon. Welcome back to Transportation Tuesday. Welcome back to New York. And today I'm going to make good on a promise I made a few months ago. We are going to discuss the alternative route to take mass transit to JFK. There's the other way to JFK. It's at Howard Beach, and that's what we're discussing today. So join me, Terry Dixon, for an adventure for anyone as we discuss the alternative to going to JFK. Howard Beach is way out here in Brooklyn. It is on the A train, and you can catch the shuttle, go to Port Authority, and get on it up in Manhattan. Howard Beach is the original connection to the air train. It opened in 2003 out there. There was a shuttle bus provided between 1978 and 1990. It wasn't real popular, shut down for a while, and then boom, 2003, along comes the air train. Howard Beach is now kind of not my favorite way to go. I hate to say it. It's out in the boonies. It's a little bit like the second-class cousin. It takes about almost an hour to get out there from Grand Central. Now, as opposed to, you go to Jamaica Station, takes half an hour either by the Long Island Railroad or by the subway. You're right there. Everything's convenient, and it's just a hop skip from that direction. So is that my preference? Yes. But here's Howard Beach. If you need it, if you want it, it is out here. It costs $8.75, just like in Jamaica, to get on, and another $8.75 to get off of this air train. And it's just another entrance. One comes in from like the northeast, the other one's coming up from the south. They meet in that loop, and then you're all on the same A train. So this is just a different entrance. As you can see, it kind of sits in a swamp out in the middle of nowhere. But it's been there for many, many years, longer than the one at Jamaica. The A train has gone out there since 1956. Before that, it was the Long Island Railroad. I'm guessing that was a connector from South Brooklyn to Long Island. I'm not sure how that worked. But this area has been in service for a very long time. The A train is an amazing subway. It takes you a lot of places. It stops off in Chelsea, and that's one of my favorite neighborhoods. Stops off around the World Trade Center. There's a lot to do down there and in the financial district. It goes all the way out to Far Rockaway if you want to go surfing. It stops at the Aqueduct and Empire Casino. And Howard Beach here is right in between those last two stops I mentioned. So it is way out there. But there have been trains out there since the 1850s, maybe even earlier. I know there was a fire, destroyed a trestle bridge out there in 1850, and they had to work on that. But this is that line that keeps people in that neighborhood connected. And it also can connect you to the airport without needing to get a taxi, an Uber, a ride from your family, or drive yourself, God forbid, into that mess. As you can see from earlier videos I'm showing you when I was on the air train from Jamaica, it's just really busy out there. There's planes everywhere, there's industry, there's parking lots, there's whatever. This accesses all of that, plus every single one of the terminals at JFK. So air train's always a good idea. Just, cuts down on your horrifying trip out there, because it's a big airport. Big airports are a pain in the behind, and we all know that. But 10,000 to 20,000 people on any given day go out to Howard Beach. It's also a subway stop, so if you're going to Howard Beach, there's that. There's also the air train. It results in about 5 million people using that subway stop every single year. So is it worth it? Yeah, it was worth the investment that they put into it. And of course, getting out there's a $3 subway ticket. It's not a big deal. $8.75 in and $8.75 back off of the air train. Still cheaper than parking your car or taking an Uber. Do I recommend it? I absolutely do, because as I said, you get used to this A train and there's a lot on it. So, why not use it for the airport too? Personally, won't lie, I would still go to Jamaica Station. It's just quicker, it's easier, it's honestly, it's a little nicer to use. But here at Howard Beach, you have it all. It's accessible. You've got elevators and escalators and stairs and whatever you need to get you up to the air train and back down to the subway, or on your way from this elevated section down to the road. Once again, it is way out here, way out in southwest East Brooklyn. You can go over to Port Authority and take that A train all the way out there if you like. Takes almost an hour though. I won't lie about that. Did I enjoy my ride out there? Yeah, there's a lot to look at. It's an elevated train a lot of the way through Brooklyn, so you get to see a lot of things. So if you want that alternative way to go to JFK, here it is, Howard Beach. Give it a ride.